welcome to the Zoom Life or Death. This is, it's interesting because for about a few minutes I was talking to myself, explaining who I was and why we're doing this. This class is about exploration of the idea of death. And I know death in your life, and a lot of you probably hear life or death. First time you heard the title, unless you saw it. It's about looking at where we're killing ourselves with death. And death is not necessarily financial. And that's what I desire to look at, where we all blocking ourselves and limiting ourselves and using that as an excuse of not creating. As I said, I was talking to myself, explaining who I was. So my name is Helen Gitlevich, and my background is being a family physician. I was born in Russia and left it as a kid right after high school. Came to America, went to college, medical school, became a full-fledged, board-certified family physician. Had my own practice and practiced the traditional medicine for about 10 years. Saying the traditional medicine, I wasn't quite traditional doctor because I was always searching. I was always looking at different ways of what else is possible. What else can we create with whatever we're doing? It's about exploration of energy. And as I said, as a kid, I had out-of-body experience where I realized there is much more than just the body or this reality. And I was always searching for that moment of incredible connection, incredible oneness with everything and everyone, and that infinite love and gratitude that's available out there beyond this reality. So becoming Akashic Record teacher and consultant, Reiki Master, and then eventually Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator and 3-day Body Facilitator allowed me to be exposed to tools that actually changed my life. This is about exploration of whatever is out there, more than this reality. So saying that, we'll be using a few of Access tools. They're basic tools that I use every day. One of them, who does that belong to? Actually, I'll start with light and heavy. Whatever is true will feel light. Whatever is heavy is always a lie. So we're going to do a little experiment. Close your eyes and just see yourself in the nature. See yourself maybe by the ocean, in the forest. And just allow yourself to relax into that image. Now sense your body. See how your body feels. See feel that lightness and expansion. That's what truth feels like. What's true for you. Now erase that and go into the moment of your life when somebody lied to you. and just go into that lie. See them telling you that lie. How does it feel in your body? Yeah, not very comfortable, is it? So allow yourself to erase that. And we'll be working with light and heavy. Basically, what's light is true, what's heavy is a lie. And we'll be erasing and destroying and uncreating the lies, using what's called the clearing statement. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And you can look at that with theclearingstatement.com. It's all the explanation about it. Basically, for this Zoom, I'd like to say that it's like a magic wand. We take the lie, the limitation, something that you're stuck in and can't get out, and if you choose to, we'll erase that lie with a clearing statement. So we'll be using that throughout the whole time. And Rachel, can you type in theclearingstatement.com, the website? And do we have Italian link? If you can find out what's the link from Alice for translation in Italian, Rachel or Sailor, one of you. Thank you. And this Zoom is yours. It's not just me talking. If you choose, you can ask any questions and look in to see the facilitation, how much you can change in your life by looking at the energy that's stuck. So everywhere where you're allowing other people to put you in debt, so you don't choose for you, will you destroy and uncreate that? And I assume you say yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And let's see, what did I just say? Everywhere you've allowed others to put you in debt so you don't choose for you, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And there is one clearing that I like. What creation of you as a self-debtor are you using to validate other people's reality? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. How are you all doing? I know I went right away into And are there any questions? Anywhere where you're struggling with debt? And it can be financial, it can be obligation, because debt can be to our parents because they kind of brought us up. It can be to the government, to the country, to churches, to cults. So how many oaths, vows, fealties, communities, promises, and AIs do you have that keeps you in debt to governments, cults, religions? Parents, ancestors, and anybody that judged you and allowed you to be indebted to them that you're choosing. Whew, everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Rich, did you get it? Cool. So how many oaths, vows, fealties, communities, promises, going to add promises, objectives, and reference points are you using to keep you indebted to governments, cults, religions, sects, people that you're choosing but should be refusing? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Feels I'm frying myself as much as I'm frying you. And as I said, you can ask questions. You can ask them in a chat in any language because we have translators. Or you can just raise your hand and we'll see who is asking the questions, as well as you can unmute yourself and just ask the question. So there is multiple ways of doing that. Who is brave enough to venture out so we can look at the world of that? Anybody? Cool. We have a comment. I'm grateful that I became aware how is my body feel when people lie to me. So how many lies, whose lies, and what lies are you using to keep yourself believing that you are in debt? Are you choosing? Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Any other comments? Okay, I'll run this again. Whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to keep yourself believing that you cannot get out of that you're choosing? Just changed a little bit so the translators have fun with that. Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And let's look at what is that. What does that mean to you? Let's go there. And you can type or shout it out. Oh, we actually have a question. Agbata, можете спрашивать по-русски, и Галя, if you can translate back into English. Or actually, let's see how we will do it.
Да, доброго времени суток.
Да,
это я спросила.
Галя, you can translate. Галя, you can translate the question.
Good evening, and I will translate it from Russian into English.
Вот эти пару дней я задалась вопросом, что ко мне с детства всегда все обращались с фразы, наверное, ты должна, из-за тебя, да не может быть. Да.
And during 2 days, I have understood that from my childhood, everybody told me that I had to do something. I must, you have to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly my point, that we owe them, but we have no idea for what. Correct? So let me ask you a question. What do you know that you owe? And though it might not make sense, it might be energetic. So what do you know that you owe? Что ты должна? Что ты знаешь, что ты должна?
What do you know that you must?
Ну, вот у меня это вопрос.
Yeah, everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Right, wrong, good, bad, pack, pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Who are you being with that? First thing that comes up. That, who is that?
Кто это? Правда, кто это?
Правда, кто это? Anybody from the parents, grandparents?
Кто это? Это родители, прародители? Чье это?
Это посторонние люди.
Cool.
Ну, в принципе...
Somebody strange, some other people.
So how many oaths, vows, fealties, communities, promises, judgments, conclusions, computations you have that you owe them your life, your body, your money, and your being from any lifetime, timeline, space, dimension, or reality. Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that, revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What happens a lot of times, all those debts are not even from this lifetime. It could be 1,000 years ago, you owed somebody, let's say, 1 gold piece. And now it turns into they own you. Because a lot of times with that, people go into slavery in the ancient time. So people that we owed something to, that we owed money to, they actually owed us as person. So how many of you have been slaves that you chose because you owed somebody something? And how much are you continue being enslaved, even that the person no longer alive? Everything that is, all the oaths, vows, fealties, communities to that, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pack, pat, all 9 shorts, boys, men. So, Agbota, how many times you've been a slave because you owed somebody?
15.
Cool. Are you willing to let go of all of those? Oh, and actually, how many
Да,
times you owed somebody
да.
and they were your slaves?
Багазиллион раз.
Because it's both sides of the equation. Unless we release both sides, letting go of us owning somebody or them owning us,
Мгм.
it's hard to kind of like untwist all those limitations. So are you willing to claim and own everything that everybody else owes you? All the money, all the cows, all the ships that they owe you from any lifetime, and let go of everything that you owe to anybody, with all the oaths, vows, fealties, commitments, promises,
Да.
judgments, conclusions, computations, projection, rejection, and separations.
Да.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, back and pat, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. How is it now? How is your body feeling right now?
Осознание, что мне то ли руки отрубали,
Okay.
то ли меня насиловали, что-то такое. Ну и какие-то обки везде идут, что-то такое.
So basically, the image came in with Akbata that her hands were cut and she was raped. So are you willing to let go of all those lifetimes where you lost your hands, lost your arms, was killed, was maimed, was tortured, and raped because you owed something to somebody or something, including government, churches, religions, people, kings, or whoever it was? Are you willing to revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all of it utterly and completely? Thank you.
Мгм.
Right and wrong, good
Да.
and back and pat, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What's the value of holding on to those oaths, vows, and that pain? Because it's kind of like moving, but not quite.
Какое-то сочувствие или жалость, сопереживание.
Okay. Are you willing to let go of that?
Да.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, back, pat, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere where you were a victim of rape, torture, because you've been indebted to, or for any reason you've been tortured, maimed, and raped, and anything that was done to your body and your being, and everywhere where you've done that to others, will you revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate that? Thank you. Whew. Right,
Да.
wrong, good, bad, pat, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. How are you feeling now?
Перевод не расслышала.
Как сейчас ты себя чувствуешь?
Полегче, намного легче.
Ага, it's easier, much more. Мгм.
Yep. Thank you.
Спасибо большое. Спасибо большое.
We have a question from Italian, I think.
И у нас есть вопрос
Ellen,
от итальянского, с
Yes,
итальянской
Ellen,
стороны.
I'm going to translate. It is a comment from Simone.
Mhm.
He says, debt is not always a bad thing because sometimes makes you move, gives you a go.
Cool.
Bene, allora ho tradotto un attimo la domanda di Simone, che dice avere debiti non sempre è un male perché a volte ti permette di, diciamo, darti una mossa.
So what if you could move and do something without the debt just by choice? Julie? Does Simone would like...
I don't know if I can translate it here for Simone, right here, sorry. Ok, quindi Simone, la sua risposta è: come sarebbe se tu scegliessi di fare le cose e andassi avanti non perché sei in debito, ma per pura scelta?
Julia, I need English, not Italian here.
Oh, sorry, I just translated what you told Simone. I just translated what you said, because I'm not sure he's on the Italian line, actually.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Oh, he's going to write down something now.
Okay.
He's going to reply.
So how many of you actually decided that in order to move, in order to create, you have to have that? Ouch. Wow. So everything that is, and everywhere where you decided, you have to be indebted in order to move. And you have to move because of obligations. Are you willing to let go of that and just choose? I assume it's yes, at least one of you. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and putt, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What's stupidity? And stupidity does not mean that you're stupid. The stupidity means we make ourselves unaware, so we do stupid things. So what stupidity are you using to create a necessity of making yourself obligated to move and create instead of just choosing it with total ease, joy, and glory? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and putt, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What stupidity are you using to create a necessity of making yourself obligated to move and create instead of just choosing it with ease, joy, and glory? Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, putt, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I think Simone is back here, right? Would you like?
Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back, but I don't see his reply on the chat. I don't
That's
know
okay.
why.
Maybe we can talk. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Simone, would you like to? Because that's actually, I would say, a lot of people have the same thing. So a lot of times when we work with one, it clears a lot of other people. And that's a choice. You don't have to play with that. Okay. So we have another question then. Olga, let's unmute, you can unmute yourself. And so the question is, okay. The question is that Olga did some work for some people and they didn't pay. And it's already a few years and nothing happens and people disappear. I'd like to take the money back. What else is possible? Oleg, can I ask you a question?
Да. Здравствуй, Лена. Счастлива тебя видеть.
So, truth. How much did you owe those people from other lifetimes?
Сколько ты должна этим людям из других жизней? прошлых жизней.
So, because a lot of times
Потому что очень часто,
when people don't pay us back,
не
it might be
возвращают,
that that's a payment from other
потому что это
lifetimes.
платеж из прошлых жизней.
Почему сейчас?
Why is actually one of the questions that we talk about is
Один из
why.
вопросов, о которых мы говорим,
We always ask that question. People love that question to see why.
нужно
And why
задавать
is the question
вопрос не почему,
about pretty much moving us in circles. It's
потому что мы
about-
ходим по кругу.
It's a reason and justification of why we're not moving forward.
И мы ходим по кругу, и это является причиной, почему мы не двигаемся вперед.
So, Оля, what if you could create much more if you let go
Оля,
of that?
что если бы ты могла создать гораздо больше, чем это?
And what if you can claim other debts that people owe you?
А также, что если бы ты призвала все те долги, которые люди должны быть?
And everything that's coming up right now, will you destroy and
И все,
uncreate
что
that?
поднимается, согласна ли ты создать?
Да.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pak, pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What did you make so vital, valuable, and real
Что ты сделал таким реальным, определенным, именно важным
about keeping yourself stuck
по поводу застревания себя
with one debt
с одним долгом,
that keeps you from
Который
creating
держит
more in your life?
тебя, которые препятствуют тебе создать что-то большее. То есть вместо того, чтобы создавать больше, ты зависаешь в этом долге.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pak, pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Close your eyes for a second and look at how much power are you containing
И посмотри, сколько силы и мощи ты содержишь в себе.
containing by looking to them paying you back.
Возвращаясь все время туда и туда, обратно и обратно. Сколько там сил, сколько там мощи. Мощности.
Да, я периодически забываю и периодически возвращаю, вспоминаю.
Ooh. So are you willing to let go of all your debts, no matter what it is?
Хочешь отпустить все долги? Неважно, что это вообще.
Да.
Okay. How much are you willing to let go? 50% or less?
Сколько ты хочешь отпустить? 50% или меньше?
Я как раз об этом думаю сейчас. И процент растет, пока ты держишь паузу.
So what is that?
80.
80. Okay, so 80% now. Cool. Let's destroy 80% of your debt and call back anything that people owe you.
И давай рассоздадим эти 80% и позовем к себе то, что люди должны.
Да.
And with no point of view.
Без всяких точек зрения.
Anyway, it will come.
В любом случае, это вернется к тебе.
You willing to?
Хочешь?
Да.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pak, pat, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to keep yourself stuck with
Сколько
being
уже
indebted
ложь ты используешь, чтобы держать тебя
or
в
people owning you?
застрявшей, и сколько люди должны тебе.
And everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that?
И все, что мешает вернуться на этому и прекратить вот это заспевание, согласна?
Я согласна все отпустить. Все
Right from the
отпустить.
part on 9 shorts business. Wow, I just realized the word "oh," it's the same word, almost like "oh." So when people actually owe us money, they own us.
Слово «владеть» own по-английски, это все то же самое, оно очень похоже на слово «быть должным» owe. И когда люди должны
Yeah, so when they pretty much hold us prisoners of them because they owe us, like they owe the money.
Они нам должны, и тогда они становятся нашими узниками, мы владеем ими.
No, actually, it's the other way. We are their prisoners.
И наоборот, скорее, мы тоже становимся.
Да.
Yeah, so it's almost like incarceration of both of us.
В статичном таком состоянии, законсервированном состоянии.
So, how many incarcerations have you made of yourself?
Сколько таких
Заключений. How many incarcerations have you created?
И сколько из них ты создала?
With that we owe, or people owe us.
Когда ты должна, и тебе должны.
Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, restant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate that?
Согласна ли ты все это рассоздать?
Right and wrong, good and bad, fuck and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using?
Чьи лжи, сколько лжи ты используешь?
To avoid
чтобы избегать
being you could be
быть
choosing,
собой,
but refusing.
И отказываешься быть.
And refusing the choice, refusing the
И
choice
отказываешься от выбора,
that you could be choosing.
который бы ты могла выбрать.
Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that.
И все это тоже давай рассоздать.
Right on good bad back pat all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Causal incarceration, it's cause and effect.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Causal imprisonment, causal incarceration.
Сколько заключений?
So how many causal incarceration, inculcation, incongruences, and incarnations are you using? And I'll explain in a second.
Сколько определений, алгоритмов, заключений ты используешь?
To give yourself away,
чтобы отодвигать себя,
and not be you that you could be choosing,
собой,
and avoid the power and potency that you could be, that you are not.
Избегать своей мощности, которой ты можешь быть.
And I'm going to cheat. I love this clearing because that's very appropriate.
И я сейчас прочту клиринг, который я люблю.
What creation of cruelty to self are you using?
Каким созданием жестокости по отношению к себе
You're using to validate other people's realities.
И ты бываешь и используешь чужую реальность других людей.
So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Согласна рассказать все?
Вот это завернула, Лена. Да.
Right, wrong, good, bad, back, pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what creation of cruelty to self are you using to validate other people's reality you're choosing? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Я просто увидела это все.
Yeah. So I basically just saw all of it the way it is. Yep. Thank you, Иринка.
Благодарю тебя, благодарю. Спасибо.
Thank you.
Спасибо.
So we have another question. Or do we have another hand? Okay, let's see, because I think I saw another hand. Sailor, do we have anybody else? Okay. Agbota, I have one in Spanish. Okay. Because I remember seeing something. Okay, Rachel, let's have you. If you could unmute yourself, would be nice, so I can hear you. Hi. Cannot hear you. Nope. Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. So hang on. So just for the question, we'll do it like this. And let me find the chat. I have it reversed on the phone because, see, I didn't realize Rachel was on. When you were saying Rachel, you referred to your daughter, not to me. So I got it reversed.
Okay, we'll say Rachel and Rachel S.
Hola, mi pregunta, cuando tienes pánico a la escasez o que te se acaba el dinero. What about when you are panicking about scarcity and that your money is going to run out?
Okay, they're on your Zoom, right?
They're on the Zoom.
Okay, yep. So ask them, what does it mean for them to be in that scarcity?
Okay, ¿qué significa para ti, Rebecca, estar en esta escasez? Okay, lots of fear and lots of uncertainty.
Cool. And that's actually very common. And fear
Esto es muy común realmente.
Fear is a distractor implant. So all the fear, all the doubt that you have about scarcity, about money run out, or whatever fears you have, all the shikyu, and shikyu is secret, hidden, undisclosed, covert, unseen, unheard, etc., distractor implants, and everything underneath that holds it in place. Are you willing to destroy and uncreate that? Everything that is, and everything underneath that, let's destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, men. Because a lot of times with fear, there is, all the distractor implants have a job. And that job is to distract us from creation, from creating our lives. So what if we didn't get distracted with the fear? How much more can we create? So what is there any words that's coming up to that question? Rachel, I cannot hear you. No? Cool. And everything that is will destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, PAC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So, and that's actually a question to everybody. Who would you be without fear? And you can just write it in the chat. Who would you be without your fears? And anything that doesn't allow you to be that, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, PAC and PAT, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How much are you? Interesting, cool. How much that itself is a distractor implant in your life? Whew. And everything that is, and everything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate that. Right and wrong, good and bad, PAC and PAT, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to avoid life and living based on distraction of fear and death, and fear of death? Are you choosing? Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, PAC, PAT, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So, whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to avoid life and living based on the distraction of the fear and death, or fear of that? Are you choosing that you should be refusing? Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, PAC and PAT, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Let's do one more, because it's like, So what's the value of holding on to the distraction? How much are you unwilling to be the greatness you be? Yeah, and I like the happier, more fluid and happiest. Yeah, so what is that? Yeah, I like that. Without fear, more expensive, at least in this 10 seconds. Exactly. So what's the value of not choosing? Oh, here it is, pure fear. And again, fear is a distractor implant. That's one of them. But let me ask Rebecca. Rebecca, is it actually fear or excitement? Because how much are you excited actually to be the greatness you be? Huh? So what is that? Let's unmute you. I can't unmute. You have to unmute. Rachel, I can't hear.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So segundito, I'm between the two. So she was saying before she would call it fear. Now maybe in the future it would be excitement, but she never looked at it as excitement. She's always seen it as it's fear, and so it's got to be a stop. So estuvo diciendo que lo miraste como
So everywhere where you misidentified and misapplied,
todo
fear as
donde
excitement.
misidentificas y misaplicas miedo.
Will you revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, back, battle, nine, short, poison. Because in reality, fear and excitement feels exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So what if you look at things and actually ask, and that's another tool of access. What is that? What do I do with that? Can I change it? And if yes, how can I change it? Because a lot of times we don't even look at that. We look at something, especially the power that we have, our heart starts beating a little bit faster, and we immediately assume that that's kind of like, oh my God, I'm scared. Instead of asking, what is that? Is it fear or is it excitement of me actually stepping into more of me? Right and wrong, good and bad, back and bad, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool, thank you. And then we have a question from Agbota. Epo-O. What is Epo-O? Can I be that?
Epo means energy.
Oh, space and consciousness. Yeah, energy,
Space and
consciousness. That's exactly the question you can ask. So basically the question is, what energy, space, and consciousness, and choice, by the way, there is a new addition. For people who has not been on latest calls or classes with Gary, Dan, Simone, and Brandon, the energy, space, and consciousness clearing has changed to energy, space, consciousness, and choice, because choice is one of the major creation forces. So what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to have or to buy house, so that money came from selling apartment or receiving credit. So what if you didn't specify how they come? Agbata.
Ну вот как-то я долго училась этому, чтобы начинать определять.
Cool. So how many objectives, reference points, and definitions you have of how you're supposed to have money, how you're supposed to earn money, how you're supposed to live your life, you bought from other people and decided it's the only way to be. And everything that is we destroy and uncreate that?
Да, пришла картинка черного подвала.
Who does it belong to? Is it yours or somebody else that you bought? All those definitions. Что-то с головы слезает. Which one feels lighter?
Как будто
Yours?
мешок накинули на голову.
Okay. Are you willing to let go of that? Anything that does not allow you to know, receive, and perceive that, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, path, 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, yours, somebody else's, or something else's?
Мне муж вчера сказал, что все финансовые проблемы у нас из-за меня почему-то.
Откуда? Where?
Муж вчера сказал, что прямым текстом, что все проблемы денежные, ну, финансовые, из-за меня.
Her husband told her yesterday that all the financial problems she has, it's from her.
Я подумала, а вдруг посмотреть на это с такой точки?
And
Is that actually true? Is it actually true?
Ну, возможно, предположить так. Может, я это создаю. Вот я такую хрень.
Yes or no?
Нет. Нет.
Cool.
Нет.
Everywhere where you're buying other people's judgments and punishing yourself with that, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, path, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What creation of cruelty to self are you using to validate other people's realities? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, path, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, what stupidity are you using to buy other people's judgments of you and creating yourself as being in debt to them to be exactly like the judgments?
Я только этим и занимаюсь.
Yeah. Be like that judgment that they created. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Да.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and path, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What stupidity are you using to buy other people's judgments to become in debt to them to be the judgment they put on you that you bought, that you should have refused? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Да. Да.
Right, wrong, good, bad, path, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. What if you didn't buy their judgments?
Ну, вот первое пришло, что это приходит из любопытства, и я так лезу, как это хуманоиды, да, лезут, им интересно это все проверить для себя.
So basically the answer was that I'm doing it out of curiosity to see how much I can create myself into that image, right? So what if we didn't? What if we chose us instead of the judgments? How many of you actually know who you are and what you are? Wow. Oh my God.
Я сейчас себя спрашиваю, кем и чем я могу быть, чтобы больше стать собой.
Yep.
Что я могу сегодня выбрать, что завтра меня сделает 100 000 раз больше меня с собой.
Yeah. So basically, Advaita says that I'm asking questions.
Каким-то подарком больше.
Yeah. All those questions to be me. So that's a wonderful questions to ask yourself on a daily basis, especially when you wake up in the morning. What energy, space, and consciousness can I be to be and know, receive and perceive me as me, and to know me for who I am and what I am with total ease. And anything doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pak, pat, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. So let's actually go in and see who we are. Let's drop our barriers and allow ourselves just to sense where we are. Just drop your barriers, just ask barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And see where you are. Just first, just notice your body. And notice your being and see where is your being in relationship to the body. Is it in your body? Is it outside your body? Is your body inside of you and you're bigger than the body? Or are you stuck in one part of the body? Nothing is right, nothing is wrong, just where you're starting. Wherever you start, just expand your being to include your body. Make sure your body is inside of you and see if there are any barriers between you and your body. And if there are any barriers, just drop them. Just allow yourself to be present with your body. Just asking, body, what are you telling me now? What would you like me to know right now? Just see your being and sense it, perceive and be with that, with your being and your body as one. And again, if any barriers come up, just ask barriers down, barriers down, barriers down, and expand your body and your being at least to the size of the room that you're in. And now expand maybe like a building you're in, or maybe about 1 kilometer or a mile, in all directions. Go like a sphere. And keep expanding. 10 kilometers. And still be present with your body. At 10 kilometers, just sense your body. Is your body changing now? Is there any shift in your energy? And anything that doesn't allow you to have ease with that, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pak and pat, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Expand maybe 100 miles now. And now, not only sense your body, but sense the people that are in that 100-mile, 100-kilometer range. Sense animals, sense plants. Without taking on their stuff, just be aware of everything and everyone in that space of 100 kilometers or 100 miles. Keep expanding. Keep expanding more, 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 more. 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles. Make yourself as a whole earth. Now be aware of everybody and everything. And be aware of your power and your potency in that space of the size of Earth. How much are you holding that power and potency compressed instead of expanding it? Now expand to the size of the solar system. And keep expanding into space. Keep expanding, keep expanding, keep expanding, keep expanding, expanding, expand, 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 all the way to the infinity. Now sense how much power and potency you have. Just allow yourself to be present with that power. And if the barriers come up at any point, they can come up at millions of miles away. Just ask them to drop. And now, without contracting, just your attention, bring it to the body and just see your body from inside. See the molecules that make up the body. Cells, molecules, and just see if there is any spots in the body that require or desire your attention. It could look like a dark spot, it could look like a spark of light that is not expanding. And just see if you can shift the molecule polarity and just expand that throughout the whole universe. Now bring attention again inside your body. See if there is any spot that you would like to bring the light in. And just light that throughout your body and expand that light throughout the whole universe. So now, who are you and what are you in this space? And you can type in the chat or just shout it. You can just unmute yourself. How you be? Am I still on the Zoom? Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, energy and power. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's what we are. And how much energy it takes to compress all of this into the size that we compressed ourselves where we started. So if we didn't compress ourselves, how much can we create and allow ourselves to get out of that, out of definition, out of form and structure and significance. So what if we be that all the time? And anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, back, paddle, nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can we all be to be the energy, space, consciousness, and choice we truly be for all eternity with total ease? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pad, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. How you all be? Let's run this one again. Okay, what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can we all be to be the energy, space, consciousness, and choice we truly be for all eternity with total ease? And anything that does not allow that, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pack and pad, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. How you guys be? That's a good place to kind of stop here. And by the way, we don't stop because there is 3 more calls. If you choose to. They're going to be every Tuesday at the same time. 1 p.m. 2100 in Moscow, and 20 hours in Italy. And Rachel, what time is it in Guatemala? Or South America? Rachel?
It's at 12. No, sorry, it's at 12 o'clock our time, if it's the same time as now. 12 o'clock for Central America. I think it's 1 p.m. for Mexico.
Okay, so you can choose to. And it's easy. There is a pricing for the countries. Europe, I believe, and America, Canada are at 100%. And then Russia and some other countries, and I think Guatemala and Latin America are at 80%. And it's all in the email you received when you registered. So there are links to pay if you choose the rest of the calls. And it's okay if it is just this call. You will get the recording if you registered, or talk to the hosts how to get the recording of this call. It will be on a YouTube on my channel, Creating Abundance with Ease. And any questions, you can contact the hosts. And also, I'll see you around the world. The next one, St. Petersburg. I'll be there with Body Class and Akashic Records classes. And probably some other classes, we'll see. Any questions before we kind of like say bye?
Just thank you, Helen.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you.
Спасибо.
It's such a gift for every one of you coming and choosing more for you. So, see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Uno di voi sceglie di più per se stesso.
Thank you.